All right, it is a scorching 55 degrees here in the interior of Alaska. And I figured today, as good a day as any, to start a review on this 72 volt Surron kit by Litespeed Bikes. And boy, is it hard to talk and ride at the same time. But we're making do. Man, this trail's fun. All right, so these Surron and Segway X260s, if you didn't know for some reason, are a bit of a combination between a mountain bike and a full-size moto, and in my opinion, they are perfect. They're the most fun you can ever have on two wheels. It's like a downhill bike where you never run out of gravity. You're always going downhill. The only problem though is while the stock controller and battery do have a decent amount of power, once you start going uphill, they really start to show where they lack in power. So if you even try hanging with a full-size moto, it's impossible. You can't do it. And that's where these 72 volt kits come in. I read a ton of reviews on them, or I guess watched videos on reviews of them. I don't know who's writing reviews for these, but everybody had nothing but good things to say. And I gotta say, after riding this thing for what, like 100 miles now, I also have nothing but good things to say. These kits are absolutely ridiculous. So yeah, just a little bit about Litespeed. They make batteries and they sell speed controllers through ASI. And hi, if you ask anybody, they are like top of the line, as good as it gets. People love them. So obviously that was who I went with to get my kit. I'm gonna go right out and say it right now. If I had to do it all over again, I would not get my speed controller through them, because I ordered my speed controller and battery in January of this year, and it is now the 4th of July. Today is the 4th of July, it's Sunday. And I got this kit like 2 weeks ago, which is not great. And that's not my biggest issue. My biggest issue is that when I ordered the kit, so I ordered the kit like, again, late January, and I got nothing. No like email confirmation. I think I got maybe one receipt from them, and it was like 2 weeks passed and I wasn't getting any more information. So I emailed them a couple times and I was like, hey, like what's going on, you know? Like, did something happen? When is this gonna ship out? And I still continued to get nothing. And I emailed and emailed and kept getting nothing. So then I tried calling and I got nothing. I don't know, I don't remember the guy's name, the guy that is running Litespeed, but he's not really a great businessman, in my opinion, unless there's some story that I'm completely missing. I called, emailed, messaged him on Facebook, kept getting nothing. Eventually, I wrote on his wall on Facebook, which is ridiculous. I'm not 58 years old. I don't like writing on people's walls on Facebook. I don't know who does that still. It's not a normal thing to do. You shouldn't do that, but I had to. And it surprised me. I got a ton of hate for that post. It was ridiculous. There were people left and right, like commenting on my posts like, what the heck, man, give the guy some time. And it's like, it's been, I think at that point it had been like 4 or 5 months, and I'd practically heard nothing from the guy. And eventually he replied to my post. So he never replied to my emails, my phone calls. I even DM'd him, I think, on Instagram and Facebook, never replied to any of those. But finally he commented on my post on his page, giving me some like blank response, like, yeah, I'll get it to you eventually. It's like, what the heck, man? Like, I don't know. I ended up just deleting the post because it was not helping anybody. Because there were so many people on there that were just standing for this guy. But anyway, I eventually got it. I did get it. It was like 6 months late, but I did get the kit. And yeah, if I had to order this again, I have no idea where you can get another 72-volt battery. If you know where you can get one, I guess just let everybody know in the comments, please, because I don't want anybody to go through that again. But yeah, I would definitely order from somebody else. As far as the controller goes, I should have ordered from Emoto Bros. I realized that very quickly. From what I've heard, they have great customer service. Yeah, very friendly, very easy to get a hold of. I would order through them if I had to do it again. All right, so as far as the actual kits go, like the hardware of the kit, I honestly could not be happier. This thing is absolutely insane right now. So these Surrons and Segways come stock with, I think, like 6 kilowatts of power, which I think is only, it's pretty relative to their horsepower. I'm pretty sure it's like 6 horsepower. But I mean, that's enough. It's okay if you're just like commuting, getting around town, or even riding trails. It's not that bad. But as soon as you start going uphill, it's impossible to have as much fun as you would on a full-size moto, or even to keep up with a full-size moto is impossible. But yeah, these 72-volt kits, they have upwards of 15 kilowatts of power directly on tap with a bigger capacity battery. So that means more power and more range, which, me living in Alaska, range is always something I'm short of. Even on a gas bike, you'll find you're constantly running out of range. You can't go as far as you want to. But with this 72-volt kit, I'm able to go just as far as a motorbike with, say, a stock tank, which is pretty ridiculous considering this is just a mountain bike pretty much. I know I probably keep saying ridiculous, but that's exactly what this bike is. Once you put it, so I guess I should start by saying these bikes, these 72-volt Litespeed kits, they come with this egg rider thing. It's a kind of a weird name for this, but it's the egg rider. And they come pre-programmed with different ride modes. So I like to ride in 7, but it goes all the way down to 1 being the least powerful. It is still rideable in 1, but it's kind of like, it's like a pedal bike. Like, this is full throttle. Like, it's, okay, I take it back. It's not that rideable. It's very slow. But you can go up to 5, which I think is pretty comparable to a stock Surron. It's got about the same get up and go as a stalker. Yeah, that's actually almost identical. It does help. I probably should have mentioned it earlier. I've got this, what is that? 64 tooth sprocket on here, just because that's what Litespeed recommends. And frankly, I would maybe go a little smaller just to get a little more top end, but I ride so much tight single track that it doesn't bother me that much. I really like it. I'd rather have that snap off the bottom than a little more top end, but I would like to try a bit of a smaller sprocket on there. So yeah, you can go from 5, which I would compare to about stock power. Typically I'll ride in 7. I feel like that's a good ride mode. You'll see me riding in 7 most of the time. And then if you go to 8 and 9, it is unrideable. I don't mean that in a bad way. It is just so much power that it's insane. I can't ride it in 9. I'm not that good. So we're just gonna put that back in 7 and just take off here.